Is this on my face? Okay, there we go. Is that all right? All right. Okay. Hi guys, it's Victor. A couple things, a little community stuff. First of all, I got a really nice message from MissHannahMinx last week, who said, "You're still the community guy," which, you know, I know I'm trumpeting my own horn here, but yeah, we did a little shout out for the new channel Sayuli Talk. And that was pretty successful. If you guys want to go check out that video, Sayuli Talk's new channel, new vlogger. And anyway, and the next thing related to community is a new blog place called jvlog.org. Yeah, have a seat, jvlog.org. And you can see the schedules for all the live shows that are going on YouTube, especially from the J-vlogging community. Actually, just the J-vlogging community, okay? Now, the third thing I'm talking about today is an email I got from someone named, well, I'm not going to say their name. They might not appreciate that. And this is the email. It's kind of a long one. Hello, friend. As I'm sure you may have figured out from the topic of this message, I'm not pleased. Yeah, the subject of this message is disgusted with the United States. Let's try that again. Hello, friend. I'm sure you must have figured out from the topic of this message, I'm not pleased with the direction the United States has gone for quite some time now. I found you through your upload concerning racism in Japan and thought you might have some useful direction. Before I bore you with a long list of questions, I will share a little bit about myself and then ask the most important. My wife of 18 years and I have 3 children, 1 boy, 15, and 2 girls, 17. Must be twins, huh? My wife works as an S.T.N.A. I don't know what that is. And what is that? Anybody? And I'm an out-of-work 43-year-old tree worker existing in north central Ohio. As you will see from the uploads we have on our YouTube, on our 2 YouTube channels, we have a passion for fishing. My son and I fish together constantly and love watching bass fishing uploads from Japan. I personally am most intrigued by the fishing industry in Japan and the products they develop that make the sports more enjoyable. Some of the best reels in Japan are Daiwa reels. They're Japanese here. And my brother's a big fisherman. He fishes, well, when he can. He's got 2 kids that take up all the time now. But yeah, a lot of fishing in Japan. My brother-in-law is a big fisherman too. Fishing is big in Japan. Suffice to say. Okay. I have some skills outside of physical labor, one being creating items that make my outdoor experience more pleasant through convenience. Here in the States, you have to be so careful of what and whom you share intellectual property details with for fear of your idea being stolen. Here's the thing about things in Japan. If you have a really good idea in Japan and you work for a company, the company will use your idea and compensate you just a little bitty bit. There's a very famous story, Tamagotchi. Maybe you know about Tamagotchi, the virtual pets. The woman, it's an office lady at the company who invented that. It was her idea. They gave her 50,000 yen bonus, and they made millions of dollars off that thing. So that's the same thing as being screwed or ripped off. Anyway, back to the letter. Now to what I feel should be the first question. In your opinion, is there any opportunity that would exist for a family of 5 Westerners thinking to relocate to Japan? Wow, that is quite a move. I know that question is most likely completely outside the realm of what most consider reality, but I am very interested in the answer. Also, I was impressed with your channel and have confidence with your 18 years. Actually, 22 years, buddy. You must have been watching an old video. Or maybe I looked 18. No, never mind. In the country, you would have some idea as to what was available. Please don't put a lot of effort into this craziness. Your first thoughts would be enough to tell me if I finally have lost my mind. You have finally lost your mind. Thank you for asking, and I'll see you in the next video. No, just kidding. No. That actually, I get this kind of question more often than you would think. And yeah, some people actually are considering moving their whole family, though I really doubt. I mean, you'd have to have 3 really great kids that they would want to leave their country and come here. From what I can see from this article, from this letter, I mean, you don't have a BA or any kind of college degree, so I would say it'd be pretty tough to do what you want to do. If an S.T.N.A, whatever your wife does, if that has one, it's possible for you to come over on a spousal visa, bring over the whole family. I suppose that's possible. And she would have to find a job here. But I don't know what that is. But if it does involve having a college degree, then she could teach English to start. And a lot of people think, oh, you have to be young to start teaching English. Not true. Of course, they usually hire younguns because young people are more likely to put up with shit and live in little crappy crappy apartments in the beginning. But I've known people who, and I do know people who work here as teachers who are in their 50s, 60s, and 70s even. Of course, the one who was 70 died eventually. But there are people that are quite older than me, believe it or not. And here's the thing to remember: the average age of Japanese is 47 years old, or 46, somewhere in that area. So I'm actually below average. Yeah. I know you're thinking, I knew you were always below average, Victor, but you know what I'm saying. Don't be smart. Hey, watch your mouth. Respect your elders, kids. Anyway, I would say it's going to be really tough what you want to do, and I don't know why you'd want to do it. There are many ways to improve your life. I think leaving the country would be pretty tough. And as for racism, like if that's the video that inspired you, here's my thought about racism. I'm afraid I'm going to have to repeat myself. Racism exists. But it's like having a handicap. Everybody has handicaps. Everyone has weaknesses and strengths. If you think about it, being a race that a lot of people discriminate against is like having a handicap, and it's not going to stop you, because there are a lot of people with handicaps of all kinds. One being, being discriminated against. That's the way I choose to think of it. But it's really not relevant in the end, because you have to think about it this way: other people with your ethnicity have succeeded. They have. Lots of them. Obama's the president of the United States, goddammit. Sorry, God. So, obviously, anything can be done. So don't ever use racism as an excuse. You can hate it. You can feel sad because of it. But to ever use it as an excuse, or even want to move your family out of the country, I don't know. Do you guys think that's a good reason to move? Because you feel there's too much racism in America? People are polite here. I'm sure there's racism here too, and xenophobia here, and you will feel alone and alienated here as well. But there's also a lot of friendly people too. So it's everywhere. I don't know if that's really the answer though. Moving. Anyway, that's my answer. I doubt you would find a job as a tree worker coming to Japan unless you made connections. That's really the way things work. I'm not saying it's impossible. Nothing's impossible, but it'd be pretty tough. And then with the kids, I don't know how that would work with moving your kids over to school. The 17-year-olds and 15-year-old, I assume they're still in school. That would be pretty much a horror story. What's the word? It'd be tough. All right. Anyway, sorry I can't give you a better answer. Though, if anyone in the comments has more experience about this or another vlogger, please make a video response. Personally, I wouldn't know how you go about going about doing such a thing. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I will see you all in the next video.